The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. And it was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah. It's like my pastime.
Your pastime is humbling men? Mm-hmm. You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
The time for us to honor the order of equality has come. The days of treating people differently because of their genders are over. Shawty is a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. She can open up her own doors, change her own tires, pay her own bills. Next time you sit in a packed out waiting room and a woman walks in looking for an empty seat, don't even think about giving up yours. Those legs she's standing on are strong, independent woman legs. You offering her your seat will only offend her. Next time you see a woman carrying something heavy by herself, walk up to her and tell her that she's doing a great job. We love to see strong, independent women. Next time you're driving her home and dropping her off, listen, we don't care if Shawty lives in the hood. Fellas, we can't forget she is a strong, independent woman. She can fend for herself. If someone tries to mug her, don't get out of your car. It's not safe out there. Let her handle it. She got this. Every time you drop Shawty off from now on, speed off as soon as she closes that car door and takes a couple steps onto the curb. We don't do this for ourselves. We do this in the name of equality. Know the game and play it well.
We need to stop the gas. Come on.
No, all of this should have stopped.
Diana,
the fighting should have stopped.
We don't have time to
Why
talk
are
about
they
this.
doing
I don't know. I don't know.
Ares
I know
is dead.
that
they can stop fighting now. Why are they still fighting?
That's because maybe it's them. Maybe people aren't always good. Ares or no Ares. Maybe it's who they are. Diana, we can talk about this later. No. I need you to come with me.
No, after everything I saw, it can't be. It cannot be. They were killing each other. Killing people they cannot see. Children. No, it had to be him. It cannot be them.
Diana, people...
She was right. My mother was right. She said the world of men do not deserve you. They don't deserve our help.
It's not about deserve. It's
help.
Not. Maybe we don't. But it's not about that. It's about what you believe. You don't think I get it after what I've seen out there? You don't think I wish I could tell you that it was one bad guy to blame? It's not. We're all to blame.
I'm not.
But maybe I am. Please, if you believe that this war should stop, if you want to stop it, help me stop it right now. Because if you don't, they will kill thousands more. Please come with me. I have to go. I have to go.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Tonight's video. And I struggled to come up with a good title. I think I'm going to go with the gender war solution. And this is the only way that I think this can be fixed overall with the dating and marriage. Not that it will, but everybody doesn't have to get on board and fix this. Only two people, a man and a woman. I know there are other kinds of relationships like the LGBT, but I'm talking mainly with what I have experienced with. So with the relationship between a man and a woman, These are some of the ways that I think it can be repaired. And not as a whole, because I think it's too much damage for the whole society to be fixed. But you just need one man, one woman to get together, be on the same page, and to love each other, cherish each other, respect each other. Not let other people come into the relationship and fuck it up. And this includes people that's giving advice online. Now, while I will point out what I believe women have been getting away with men that try to do them right, it's not all women. Not all women are out to get you. I know some decent women. I know some women that are in relationships that seem like they treat their man well. And at least it hasn't leaked online, or I haven't heard wind of it. Now, of course, I do know the other spectrum of both men and women treating each other horribly. Sometimes one is taking advantage of the other. Sometimes they both are doing each other dirty. And that's not going to stop. But once again, if you can get two people together on the same page, it's possible that it can work. It can't. And the Disney fairy tale thing, which I believe is possible, the same way it can go negative if two people decide to just get in the mud and just be toxic. I believe the fairy tale thing can happen. Only thing though is too much outside interference for it to stay up. So I think as long as both people are realistic with what they want in the other, what they will accept from the other, it can work. I have a bunch of videos here to prove the point. And I'm going to dip on both sides with the positive and the negative. But we're going to start off with the negative because I always like to hear the bad story first. We're going to start off with the negative of the type of woman, and this is more for the men, that is out there. Okay, I'm not saying to ignore that those women are out there. Hopefully, it's easier to spot them. Fortunately, these days, the toxic men and women are coming online and beating their chest, and you can see who they are. Okay, do not think that is the act. That is part of their personality. Sometimes it may be a cash grab so that people will more easily believe them and give them money, but I have to believe that is part of them. So let's begin.
Guys at one time. So then if I start to like any of them, I get rid of them and I bring a new one on so I never get attached to them. And if they start to like me too much, they're just done.
I'm never talking to a woman ever.
Yeah, bro.
Are you fucking these guys, or are you like, what's going on?
Or like some are just for dinner, like if I'm hungry, I'm just like, I know.
Use them. Oh, wow. Yo, I gotta give it up to you. Good shit. No, she admitted it too.
I'm 21, hot in Miami. What else am I doing?
Womanese. She basically explained womanese.
What happens if you really start liking when you drop them out of the roster? You put in a
Yeah,
new one?
no. If
Who's the honest guy?
I start like actually like watching their stories and like caring about what they're doing, immediately off the roster.
Wait, so if you like them, you leave them?
Yeah, or if they like me too much. I don't have sex with all of them. They all have their own purpose. Like some are fun to hang out with during the day, some are fun to go to dinner with, some are fun to have sex with.
Are all girls like this?
Yeah. What did I say? I told you, all girls are the same.
Not all women. And I know that sounds like a catchy phrase. Just the thing is, And I met a woman like this before. It was a black woman one time that she and I didn't hook up because she wasn't my type, and it wasn't because of her skin tone. It's just energy, vibe. She just wasn't my type. But people like to tell me their life story for whatever reason. And she and I was talking, and I forget why. I think because I just happened to be in the space. And usually, if somebody's nice enough and they're talking to me, fine, go ahead and talk. She was telling me she could not find a guy to fulfill all her needs. So she had a guy for this, a guy for that, a guy to drive her around, a guy for shopping, a guy for nookie, okay? And I only found one woman like this that was honest. Now, I believe is a lot more than that. But then there are women like this.
What's wifey material to you?
Her. Everything that she is.
That's really cute.
Do you think you're wifey material?
For Luca, yeah.
Do anything for him?
Yeah, I would do anything.
How long have you two been together?
Like a year and 2 months.
Do you guys want to split 50-50 or do you prefer to be a stay-at-home mom?
In terms of income, it's complicated because I want to be a surgeon. That makes a lot of money.
I know that like at a certain point, I want to go to Harvard Law and like I'm gonna have to support her and like help her for a little bit, but she's also gonna be a neurosurgeon, so like that's gonna help out a lot.
You're gonna be the breadwinner at first?
Yeah, at first, and then later on.
And then you might end up surpassing him?
Oh, like by a lot.
When you do finally surpass him in income, do you think that would change your relationship at all?
No.
Money's like not at all a factor in
No.
love.
What about some of the household stuff? Who does more chores?
He's better at cooking. I would clean more. I cannot cook for anything.
I feel 50-50.
He's like a great chef. I'll do anything he wants and he can cook and it'll be even.
It seems like you guys have a really healthy relationship. I like that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thanks.
And I've had this twice. Now, of course, I say that I had the ride or die once, but I've had that lovey-dovey type of relationship. Of course, I was younger. It was a short span, somewhere in the beginning. Would it have stayed like that? I don't know. Yet, there are some couples that I see stay in that. So it's possible. It's possible. Maybe it's like hitting a lottery. But if some people can get that, then it's possible for you to get it too. But I do think you gotta be in the right headspace. Your heart gotta be in the right place. And you gotta find a person that matches with you in the head and heart. Okay? If you get that combo, then you can have it. And then you gotta worry about the other stuff coming in that may try to muck it up. Because I know it's people always envy when people have that particular thing. Either they try to squeeze in and get it for themselves, or they get mad and just try to mess it up. So I always say, if you're a man or woman and you have that type of loving relationship, do not let it go to what that first woman was saying with hooking up with a bunch of guys while she's using them for different stuff. And the man that was interviewing her, he seems like he's in that type of lifestyle of smashing and dashing. Okay, let those people stay over there and have that life. Okay, we want something different. Now, not to get in fancy land though, because those people do exist, and while those people will make those videos, the women will say that particular thing, and the guy will say what he's going to say. They will try to get those people that are on that lovey-dovey stuff, okay, and mess them up. So let them stay over there and you stay over here. And of course, as men, what is the one thing that we definitely need?
Men only want one thing, and it's not money, it's not power, it's
appreciation. The answer is appreciation. Men want to be appreciated for all of the hard work that they do to feed a family, to drive, to lead. They're the ones that start the conversations. They're the ones that ask out on the date, put themselves out there, have to pay for it. They just want to be appreciated and not be told that they're the worst, that they're the devil, that they're awful human beings, because that's just not.
Yes, appreciation and respect. Okay, okay, but I believe respect and appreciation go hand in hand, because usually when a woman respects you, she appreciates you. She appreciates the things that you do, that you try to bring to her life. And yes, that goes both ways with a man respecting and appreciating you. I understand for women, and this is for the women right here, you don't want a man to just appreciate you for your looks or physical intimacy. You want to be appreciated for something more than just that. Like this.
Okay, so this is the world's toughest obstacle course. Right now, let me tell you something. I could get through that. I could do that. That would have been fine. Would I have lost here? It's possible. I think it's possible. I think I could have lost on number 2. Right here, I would have been already out of breath. I'm going to finish this video, but for the purposes of everything, I would have only made it past possibly 2 obstacles. Okay? Right there, I would have passed out. Right there. Oh, and then you roared to the jungle. Okay. I would have just walked through this water because are you kidding me? That's impressive, bro. And she's keeping the same jogging pace. Where was this one in the beginning? Because I could do that one. That one should, okay. I would have walked. I would have definitely walked this. So she's incredible. I could do that one. But again, I would have died 4 obstacles ago. I have a baby, so I think I could have did that one. Like just lifting the baby so much. Hell no. Hell no to this one. Blood. That's what be coming from my fingers right now. Blood. So this is. So you go down and back up. I could barely do 20 push-ups, and okay. Ow, my hand fell off. She's good. Oh, what's the last one? On the first try, my guy? Yeah, she got through this obstacle 3 days faster than I would have.
And let me finish that for you, my guy. Impressive. Okay? I don't know if I could have made that whole thing. Maybe after a couple of tries, and of course, I don't know if she did that course a couple of times, but either way, whether it was her first time or 3rd or 4th time, The fact that she was able to do that, even pushing the car, okay. Yeah, and also if you notice, the ground was a little wet, so it probably did rain also. So she could have slipped running across those bars, which he say he could have easily have did. But I took that into account. That might have been a little wet there. So everything that she did there, I was like, very good. I mean, I never had a problem congratulating a woman doing something that maybe even better than what I could have done it. Okay? That's not really a hit to my pride. I know that double standard thing that if she does it is awesome. If I do it, it's like, well, you're expected to do it type of thing. So it's that. But still, not to take anything away from that woman, that was an amazing job right there. And I know a woman that she's able to ride a horse with one arm, one hand. She's able to do it. And that right there is amazing. Look, I've never tried riding a horse with one hand. Now, I'm pretty sure with practice, I probably could do it, but I would be petrified to try to do it with one hand, just because I would think maybe they might buck or they might do something strange, and I'm not sure if I could maintain my balance. But the fact that she can ride a horse, and this is an associate of mine, she can do it with one hand. I'm just like, wow, respect, respect right there. So I do think sometimes men do look down on women, thinking that they can't do certain things because it wasn't, they did not see them do or accomplish certain things in their life, probably because they was limited or not able to do it. I was in the military and Navy, and we had a co-ed thing. And I remember we was doing obstacle courses and competitions. Women on my team, and I remember it was this volleyball thing that at least 70% of my team was women. On the other side, they had mostly guys on the team. Now, we beat that team. Okay. Now, maybe the guy team got a little too cocky, or maybe they went a little easy because it was mostly women on there. But see, I don't know. When I was on there, and even if the women seem like, well, the young women seem a little timid to hit the ball, or they seem like their confidence was a little low, I didn't yell at them, be like, hey, hit the ball. I tried to encourage, tried to give them pointers because they looked a little down, and they rose to the occasion with that. And that was the same thing when we was doing drills of running. If somebody was lagging behind, not all the women were attractive, so that wasn't the only reason why I was trying to give them a pep talk. But yeah, I just never had that particular thing, which I know is a physical difference between men and women, but I do think sometimes men will underestimate what women can do, especially when they are driven, or they work out, or they practice, or they made up in their mind that they can do something. They can really surprise you. I put that in there because I know that sometimes serves a factor in this gender war thing. I always think when you experience stuff and see stuff, then you will not have a certain bigotry or a prejudice or a preconceived notion of what someone can do. That's why I always think if you have a problem with a certain race or nationality, it's probably best that you work around those types of people. And of course, it will be some negatives there, but then you will see that they are not how society or media or TV will usually put them in a certain box. Okay, I had to pause right there. One thing I do want to add, though, with the gender war thing, is with the gender roles. As a man, I have certain roles that I should be doing. But with women these days, not all of you, but with a lot of women, they seem like they don't want to do what is expected of them. However, this is another easy way to tell if you are her first choice or her type or her dream guy, or she's really invested in you. Because if you are, she will not have no problem doing this stuff that you may need her to do or hope that she will do. It will be similar, like you will not be having this conversation right here.
How come no one talks about how insane it is that a lot of wives will look at their husbands and say something like, I'm your wife, I'm not your maid? Like, could you imagine a husband saying to a wife, am I your bodyguard or am I your husband? Am I your Uber or am I your husband? Am I your wallet or am I your husband? I could keep going with this, but you get the point. Dudes will spend their entire adult working life providing for a woman and children, give up their hopes and dreams, hobbies, friendships, only to get that in return. Am I your maid or am I your wife? Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one acknowledge this? And mind you, this is coming from somebody who clowns on men often. But this right here, it's never made sense to me, and it never will.
Well, we can have that conversation till we blue in the face. My easiest answer to this is if you're her type, she's really feeling you, she loves you, she's infatuated with you, where she's attached to you, whatever you guys want to say, she's going to do those womanly things or those nice things for you. Okay. And me vice versa. Now, of course, it does also depend how you are raised, because if you don't know how to treat someone, then you're going to assume that everything's okay. And that's what I mean about a lot of women are raised, they're raised to be cautious of men, how to probably secure a marriage or something, but not exactly how to treat a man long term. I believe a lot of women do this. They know the pregame, especially certain nationalities of women. They know the pregame of how to get the guy to marry her. But as far as doing it long term, because doing it long term takes a lot of work. And believe me, I know. Because I usually would be one of those guys that would go over and beyond. And it's not a thing of trying to impress her or trying to butter her up or something so I can get in her pants. Is a thing, I guess it's a personal thing with myself of trying to put it all on the line and then hope that she returns that to me. And even if I don't see it immediately, I'll double down and then just keep doing it. Well, that's what I used to do. Now I have to reel on back because otherwise I'll play myself. Unfortunately, I met some women that have met me with that same type of energy. So now I kind of know what women that when I am putting in a bit too much to pull back, because she's probably not that much into me, or she only sees me as a certain thing. She sees me as a fun time, not a long time, or maybe she's really trying to get a certain type of guy. So when you're listening to these gurus online, even me, make sure you always think for yourself and knows how your life is going for you. Because obviously, if you are a Chad or Tyrone, or if you are rich, or you live in a certain country, or you a different nationality, you may not be experiencing the same things that I am experiencing. I do think a lot of men and women of all nationalities experience some of the same things, but sometimes, well, not sometimes, but we're all living our own life, and we will just go through different things. So one of the things that usually I hear online, which I know this is a factor, but a lot of women have that height thing. Now, the thing is, not only tricky thing is with this is a woman might be your match mentally, heart wise, and the thing that's holding her back is the fact that is a height thing. Now, I do believe there's always somebody out there for everybody, so it will be somebody that will like you, whether you are big, small, tall, whatever you can think is somebody out there for you. Now, a lot of times it may not come in the package that you want, but sometimes it can be. And I do think videos like this is important because a lot of times as men, we get caught up with a woman racking on the height. And of course, I understand if she's taller than me, but sometimes some women don't care. And I know when I dated this Australian woman, which was beautiful, but she was at least 5'11", or was she 6 foot? Well, she was taller than me, but she didn't care. So the thing is, when you meet those women, you and I know it might be hard to get over it. Like, does she really not care, or believe me, because that's usually a big thing with a lot of women. If she says she doesn't care about that, yeah, she really doesn't care.
My Ring doorbell just recorded this down the hallway.
It's Macy from Tinder. Aren't you David? You just look different. How? I don't know. Look at the height difference. You're like 7 feet tall. No, Macy, I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just you didn't tell me that. You don't want to go on a date because I'm tall? No, I don't want to go on a date because I'm short. You're not short. You just had to lean down to be eye level with me. You're not that short, though. Look at this. I'm wearing Kanzuris. What the hell are Kanzuris? My shoes. This is how tall I actually am. Look at the difference. Those are kind of dope. Well, they make me like 3 inches taller. Doing the Lord's work. I don't care that you're tall. I don't care that you're short. So I am short. I'm 6 feet. I have to get on my tiptoes to do that. You want to go get coffee still or what? I'm down. Cold brew? Latte. Alright. I don't know if I can do this if you're going to get a latte. What the f*** you have against lattes, man? You want to drive or should we just get on your back? Probably get there faster.
So yes, some women really don't care. Now, could that have been a skit? It's possible, only because she came to the door. Usually, especially on the first date, usually the guy is going to the woman's place, but you know, it's 2025, so it's possible that she came to him. Either way, there are some women that don't care, and they had a drastic height difference. Okay, Zendaya, she's taller than Holland. She doesn't seem to care. Look, Mess with those women that don't care about certain things. Okay? If you have an issue about money, like you keep coming across women that want you to make six figures and you make almost 100,000, but you're not making 200, 300,000 or something. I'm just using it as example. Get with the woman that don't care about that type of stuff. Now, of course, you gotta find her. Look, I haven't figured that out yet. Where to find certain women that don't care, because you won't know until you come across them. The same way women that might have these hard caps of a man has to have this or that. Otherwise, she will pay him no attention. You won't know until either it's a dating app or you two get into a conversation. And the worst thing with that is it could be somebody that you get along with, but you don't know how they really think. That is why pay attention to what people are posting so that you know where their headspace is at. And another thing to watch out with what people be giving you advice, because sometimes they can make you miss an opportunity like this.
Man, I want to talk to her. What do I do? Never approach a woman. They hate that. Comes off as desperate.
He's not walking over here. I'm gonna go. No. Guys hate that. I think you don't respect yourself.
You're right.
You're right. Don't look at him.
Don't look at him.
To spend an evening with me.
I know I missed quite a few opportunities going by, wait 3 days to call her, try to keep your conversation short, okay, take a while to text her back. Well, actually, I do take a while to text people back, but I be really busy. Sometimes, though, people do that on purpose. And I think the only way this works sometimes is either if you are the first person that they are dating or they like playing games and they don't know it. Because I never heard anyone say they like playing games. Yet, there will be both men and women that love playing games with each other. The only time I like playing games is when a person plays a game with me and then I kind of want to get back at them. I'm trying not to do that. I haven't been in a situation to get back into that mode of trying to, okay, you want to play? I'm going to play too. So trying to stay away from that particular energy right there. Yet, if a man's interested in a woman and he approaches a woman that's interested in him or a woman that's open, this could happen.
Hey, this girl behind me is super cute. I'm seriously gonna ask to get her number. Hey, I thought you were really cute. Can I get your number?
Shut up, bye.
No? Can I? What is it? I'm just kidding. Do you want to get married? We're getting married? We're having babies? Oh my gosh. Dude, this turned out different than I thought. I can't kiss you, my helmet's on. So...
That could have been a skit, but that could have happened. Anything's possible if both people think alike and their heart is the same and they happen to meet. That is where or when the magic can happen. You just gotta believe it. Now, at the same time, with me saying that, do not get caught in the dreamscape. Okay, there's still nightmares out there, and there will be both men and women that will dress themselves up as your dream and then turn into your nightmare later on. So pay attention to the social media, pay attention to how they are acting or treating you, and try not to get fooled in the initial 3 months, first 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Okay, usually it will be certain tells with a person by that time. And of course, some stuff you can overlook. And I've definitely done this before. It usually turns around and bites me in the ass, though. So if you see an obvious red flag, do not go down that route. While I do believe that the safest way is to be single, just go on some dates whenever you need some interaction, you need someone to go with you to a function, you can live your life like that. Now, it could be lonely, unless if you did do the marriage thing before and then it blew up in your face, then you might be wary of ever doing that again, like I am. Of course, my thing is, I just believe the way I think and feel and how I'll treat a woman, I think I have better chances if I'm going abroad for that. Because for one, I'll be in a different headspace, different energy, and it'll probably be easier to bump into that person because it'll be more people along my wavelength. I think a lot of people in the US are either too busy, stressed, or they are in relationships, or they're just bitter and wary of trusting anyone. I do believe there are some people out there that head and their heart is in the right place. You have to just be lucky enough to come across them. And hopefully you come across them when they have not been damaged beyond repair. Okay? So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this one. This one was, I wanted to be positive, but I didn't want to go into fantasy land. So positive, negative, let's find the truth. So these are ways that I think is possible to fix the gender war between one man, one woman. Okay, because this is not going to happen world or nationwide. It's just too much damage and there's too much bad on both sides. But you only, for you yourself, you just need to find a good counterpart. That's if you are a good person. That's all that you need to do. And you just need to put yourself in the best position to do that. So obviously be in good health, have enough money that you can more easily travel, and if you meet the woman, you can take care of her. For women, usually as a man, we're not really thinking about your money, but if you do have money and you don't mind spending on the guy, I don't think a lot of us will mind that either. Some of us will. I know I won't, because I want her to be invested in the relationship as much as I am, and doesn't necessarily have to be financially, but just in ways that it counts, not in ways that she can just easy to just up and leave. And I know the difference of when a woman's really into you. She doesn't follow the rules of don't do this, don't do that. I mean, she'll be make you breakfast in the morning. She'll be bringing you lunch to your job. She'll surprise you and buy you your favorite Xbox game, or she'll get you some jewelry or something. Not that she has to, but she'll do that stuff without you asking her to do it. Which I've never asked a woman, "Hey, could you buy me something?" They just did it because at that time they love me and they want to make me happy. Let's stay in that energy right there, making each other happy. Have a good day. Give me a like and subscribe.
California gold.